Hello, it's me, Voda, and I have a confession to make. I'm still playing League of Legends.
You gotta be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me!
Yes, I know, even after uploading a damn near 20-minute rant about how much I despise every part of this game, I just can't get enough. Honestly, I must have Stockholm Syndrome because much like the wife of a police officer, I keep coming home to be abused night after night. However, unlike that 40% statistic, League is fun. Sometimes. And honestly, if I'm gonna be dragged back into an emotional hellscape playing this game for the rest of my life, I might as well pull some of you fuckers down with me. This is a beginner's guide to League of Legends. But before I start this video, I wanted to straighten something out. It's very clear to me now that in order to grow on YouTube, I need to niche down a little bit. So from now on, League of Legends and other Riot Games products will be my main focus on the channel. However, and that's a very big however, I will still be uploading my off content in between uploads, so don't worry about that. Anyways, League of Legends is a 5 versus 5 MOBA, or multiplayer online battle arena, in which you and 4 other players must join forces to destroy your enemy base and win. Of course, there's 5 other people on the opposing team trying to do the same to you. So, how exactly do you win? Well, seeing as this is a true beginner's guide, let's start from the very beginning. First off, start a game. Pick any character you like for now and get in. First things first, make sure to read your abilities. Mouse over your ability icon and take a good while to read everything your selected champion can do. Now all champions have passive abilities, a Q, W, E, and an ultimate, which is your R. Some champions are more unique than others, but this formula for ability format will be similar across all different characters. Now that you have a brief understanding of what your character does, go ahead and open the shop, and for now, just select the recommended items, and build them in order from left to right. We can get into further detail about item usage in another video, as it's a very large component of League. But for now, when you're just starting out, just build the recommended items. So now that you have a starting item, and maybe some potions, go ahead and leave the fountain for a lane. And this is when the game actually begins. In your lane, you will meet the enemy. You have many different options about how to play your specific lane. For example, if you have an aggressive champion, perhaps your goal is to attack the enemy as much as possible to force them to leave. Or maybe you just want to be passive and simply kill minions until later in the game when you have more gold for items. Killing minions or CSing is arguably the most important aspect of League. To CS, all you have to do is wait for minions to be low enough HP, then auto-attack them or use an ability to finish them off. Getting the killing blow on a minion grants you gold, and this will be your main source of income for pretty much the entire game. Obviously, enemies are trying to do this as well in your lane, so it'll always be a back and forth battle of trying to stop them from farming, which is another term for CSing, or trying to kill them outright. For now, just practice how you CS in lane and focus on that. Those are just some simple examples of laning strategies, but don't worry about that for now. Your goal in lane should just be not to die. Dying is very bad, as it gives the enemy a very large advantage over you in the form of gold and experience. The higher level an enemy is in comparison to your own, the less likely it is that you'll win. Same goes for items and gold. If an enemy has more items than you, it's probably best to steer clear and focus on catching up. So you're killing minions, getting gold, and staying alive. Great job. So what's next? The most basic answer to that question would be to take an enemy tower. Towers grant gold to you based on the amount of damage you do. These are called plates and are only available early game. So if you're confident enough to play more aggressively in order to attack enemy towers early, this is a great way to earn gold. But just be careful of the enemy jungler. Once you've completely destroyed an enemy tower, it's gone for good, giving your team gold and also pushing back the enemy laners in said lane to a farther turret, and the cycle continues. In a perfect world, this continues until you've destroyed the enemy nexus, which is that big thingy here. And once that happens, you win. The game is over, but unfortunately, it's never that easy. There are a plethora of ways that the enemy team can stop you from winning, and also make a comeback. Some more basic examples of this would be having a fed enemy champion. Being fed simply means that said champion has been given a lot of kills, so they'll likely be the strongest person in your game. Being fed allows you or the enemy to push much harder and take objectives, obviously depending on who's fed. Objectives being another win condition in League of Legends. Objectives include Dragon, Baron, Herald, Towers, and Inhibitors. All of these will give your team an advantage, but only if your team takes them. If the enemy team takes them, well, it goes to them. Simple, right? Yeah, actually, not really. League of Legends has an incredibly steep learning curve, and that's a massive barrier to entry for many people. But it's important to keep cool in games and take everything as a learning opportunity. Even if you get smashed in a game or lose really hard, look at how your enemies managed to do that. Features like rewatching your games will allow you to actually see everything that the opposing team did to win. So when you're just beginning to learn, this is an incredibly useful asset to you. Another thing I highly recommend is a little command called /mute_all. When typed in the in-game chat, life becomes much better. League of Legends has a pretty nasty reputation for being one of the most toxic communities on planet Earth. And that's true, it's another big reason why people dislike the game. But don't let bad apples ruin your game. You have the power to mute anybody you want and whenever you see fit. So to conclude, for the newest of new players, just take things slowly and learn at your own pace. League of Legends is absolutely an information overload, and hopefully this video allows you to understand some of the bare-bone basics of how to play a little better. Take every game as an opportunity to learn a bit more and have fun with your teammates. And smite with holy fire any idiot who tries to ruin this wonderful game for you. I've been playing League of Legends for a very long time, so I plan to make more of these new player guides in the future. So if you, yes, you, want me to cover a specific champion, concept, or idea, comment down below and let me know. I'm always happy to help. With that being said, if you're new here, please go take a look at the other content I have to offer on my channel. I promise you will not be disappointed. But anyways, that's all for me. Be sure to subscribe for more epic, zany content, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye for now.